Welcome to the Central Community in Cleveland, Ohio. The Central Community was the first place to have housing projects in Cleveland, Ohio in the 1930s, where it housed several families, even families from the war, white families. The Central Community wasn't always predominantly black. It wasn't until the 1960s when the Central Community became majority African American due to the effects of redlining, forcing African Americans of low income all in one community, denied of housing and business loans. The same housing and business loans was given to the whites, creating subsidized housing, also creating the stigma, suburbs versus the projects, the highest form of structured racism. The highest form of structured racism was placed on the Central Community. From our school systems, to the way we eat, our infant mortality rate, the effects of redlining increased the violence, stripped us of all our resources in the Central Community, and became a violent place. But before the violence, Central birthed legends, such as Langston Hughes, the brothers Carl and Lewis Stokes, Jesse Owens, Lonnie Burton, Frank Jackson, and Dwayne Browder, and several more. Fast forward to 2020, we become one of the most violent communities in America, making the Central Community the only community in Cleveland, Ohio without a grocery store. With the recent closing of Jane Addams, the Central Community only have one high school, East Tech, forcing packed classrooms and higher dropout rates, exactly what the government planned to do with redlining. But with the energy from some young ambitious residents and some community organizations, such as Environmental Health Watch, FAIR, Neighborhood Connection, Central Ambassadors, Sisters of Charity, our CDC, Burton Bell and Carr, and the King Kennedy's Boys and Girls Club, Little Africa, Friendly Inn, all working together to eradicate structured racism. Let's head down to Carver Park area to talk to Alicia Corpening.
Hey guys, my name is Alicia Corpening and I'm the founder of Feed the Soul Cleveland. Feed the Soul was founded back in March of 2020, so we are a fresh organization. We have been running for about 6 months, and our focus is home deliveries. So we collaborate with different organizations like Garden Valley Neighborhood House to actually provide different food services. So we pick up food from their location and we drop it off door to door to families. Feed the Soul, Heart and Soul started right here in the Central neighborhood. Our first programming started in Friendly Inn, and we started with the children and servicing the families of the youth program, which I used to work for. We collaborate with organizations like Create Art Not Violence. We went from servicing just a few families to over 500 families per month. So our focus will forever be and has always been the people and building community and longevity and sustainable relationships within inside of our community. So I welcome you all. I thank HFFI and every other organization who has supported Feed the Soul in our growing or who have collaborated or partnered with us in the past, currently, and even in the future. So again, my name is Alicia Corpening, and I thank you all for having me right here in the heart of Cleveland, which is the Central Community.
My name is Richard Starr, born and raised in Central Community, King Kennedy Neighborhood Housing. I currently work as the Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Ohio, serving in the role as Club Athletic Director, overseeing King Kennedy East Tech Teen Center, as well as 14 athletic program at 14 different sites. I've had the privilege of working in the community ever since I was a child, born and raised here in the Central Community, which is pivotal in my role. Some of the things that I like to do is mentor youth from ages 6 to 18 years old and further there. Something that I understood that I needed when I was a kid was someone to be there and more other people than just my parents. My mom raised me as a single parent household. Second oldest of 6 children. She did as best as she could, but I just needed that extra male guidance to help me get to the next level in life, in which I went and sought out that in different forms. Whether it was good or negative, I was seeking that mentorship, which ultimately developed me into being the person I am. I am proud to say I am a graduate of East Technical High School, graduate of Baldwin Wallace University, as well as currently pursuing my Master's in Business Administration at Baldwin Wallace University with an expected graduation of spring 2021. Some of the things that I'm so proud of, even through this unprecedented times during this COVID and pandemic, is the fact that we've been able to partner with the Greater Cleveland Food Bank to distribute food produce boxes each and every other Wednesday, started this past May 20th up until now, on which we've been able to give out 400 boxes of 30 pounds of produce. And each box contains lettuce, celery, carrots, vegetables, fruits, oranges, the whole 9 that you need. It was great just to see that parents as well as residents and family members come out and receive the produce, but also just have my friends get involved and work together and see the importance of giving back. Imagine just being able to have 400 boxes of produce and you have lines of people where you're passing out masks, where you're passing out food. During this time, people lost their jobs. When you lose jobs, you have to think about the fact that now you don't have that extra income coming in, but you know it's important that you have to eat every day. So we've been able to provide a healthy option, which is important because in a central neighborhood, there's not that many grocery stores. There are not even many that provide food for us or options for us. So it's important for us as community leaders and stakeholders to understand the importance of giving back in our community and making sure we be the voice for the voiceless people. If someone was to ask me, like, yo, Richard, what do you think about grocery stores? First thing I would think of, like, yo, I like to go to grocery stores because I like to eat. But the second thought is, do everyone has that same mindset or also have that same option? Meaning, if you think about our community and where we live at, we don't have the option to go to a grocery store within our community, which changes our spectrum of what's offered from us. Meaning, once you take our grocery store away, the one that was here, Dave's, that was on 40th and Quincy, it changed a lot. You think about a lot of residents who relied on that grocery store. Even though some said the prices were high, but at the end of the day, you had a place that you can get some stuff. We have multiple holidays throughout the summer. We have times where we need to get food, and instead of being able to have the resources to travel to another grocery store or go out, people rely on their foot as the #1 source of transportation. So being able to walk to a neighborhood right across the street from your house to get the things that you need for you and your family is important. But right now, that is a major problem. It's a concern for our residents as well as myself, not being able to find the quality of food or the options available of having a grocery store in our community. When you look at the city of Cleveland, most of our wards do have grocery stores. But right now, we really don't have not a main big grocery store within our ward. And it's saddening, and it's frightening, and it's horrible because you have to then figure out who are not getting the services that they need because they possibly don't have that transportation just to get the food they need. So they eat whatever they can and do the best they can. In our community, we raise off survival, and we're going to continue to survive, but we're going to make sure we push the envelope and make sure that we do what we can take to ensure that we get some resources such as a grocery store in our community. I am with Free Thinker Movement. I am with Walt. Keep up the great work. I'm proud of you, man. Change is coming. Be the change that we must want to see. Thank you.
We just heard all of the amazing work community leader and director of the Boys and Girls Club, Richard Starr, is doing. Now let's head to the oldest barbershop in the central community, El Dorado's. Talk to his owner, Jerome Cooper, aka Boss, on how the departure of the community's only grocery store, Dave's, affected not only the community, but the barbershop as well.
But for one, I mean, Dave's even the plaza, it kind of, some people, like you say, that probably never knew the barbershop was here unless they went to Dave's. Just like the hair store. So when the grocery store was there, it benefited the community as well as the plaza. You know what I'm saying? Because people go to Dave's and then they might have to go in the hair store to get something. Or they might have a little child or somebody that want to come here get a haircut. You know, like I say, and but it's not, even with Dave's got that van that come around all the time, but like this man came in the other day was saying that they thinking about cutting that out because they don't get enough people riding now. You know what I'm saying? So it's hurt the community real bad though.
Yeah.
Let's head down on Alfway to talk to the youth advocate and the founder of Community Cleanup, Demetrius Carter.
Yo, I'm Demetrius Carter. I'm a father, community leader, activist, artist, and most importantly, a down-the-way survivor. I feel like in the Central community, with them not having a grocery store, not only do we not have that chance to connect in one place where we can go shop and get our food, but we don't have that source of fresh fruit, that source of fresh vegetables, nice water, and another like multiple things that we just can't get into. Instead, we got to go to like a lot of the sugary beverages. We got to go into the artificial foods, the ones with the preservatives in it, and that don't push us anywhere further. So we being very limited without a grocery store. I know with a grocery store in the community, we definitely gonna be able to tap into a lot more things.
So the Central community being without a grocery store for me is an unfortunate situation for all ages, mainly our seniors. It's very hard for seniors to get back and forth to get their groceries. To expect them to be able to have transportation or maybe public transportation to get them to and fro is a just a sad situation to even think about. Also for just all ages, our teens with jobs, middle age with jobs, our community lost a lot of different jobs in that situation, and it just makes a sour spot in the Central community not having a grocery store. You never know what time, day or night you may need something from the store, and if you can't get there in a timely fashion for somewhere right in our community, it's very unfortunate, and it's sad to say because for many, many years we had one and now we don't.
Like how do we get to the store since days been gone? Like how do we travel to get to the store?
They got the medical things picking us up when they want their money to take us to the doctor. She walks.
We gotta walk. She walks.
We walk. Miss Baby, that's a long way.
Yeah.
Oh, that. It was hot.
Oh yeah, I remember that day. That was tough.
And the shopper cart. And Constantine got his OE in his hand. Nigga, would you help me? You can't be walking with him when you got his OE in his hand.
Most of us walk. Most of us got like, you know, some people got transportation like, you know, relatives. But other than that,
don't have no way of getting there.
We ain't got no way to get there.
And then it's so sad they did have transportation. You go up there to get transportation. And that only lasts for a month till they got on their feet. Right. Then they say, fuck us. Yeah. Let them get to the store the best way they can. Right.
And there's elderly around here. So what they supposed to do? Like they supposed to be first priority, matter of fact.
Right.
Especially the ones that been down here for years. Like my mom, for instance. She been down here for years. Where the same order at, man?
Somebody moves, excuse me, son. CMAJ, somebody moved out, they quit to go in there and fix their apartment up, but what about us?
The ones that's been down here
forever, y'all ain't doing nothing. Everything in my apartment, I fix myself. I got to Google it.
And that's the reason why they be backed up on their stuff. They don't do it when you call in for them to do it.
And right, ain't that right, Mom?
Yeah.
You could be down here forever.
Yeah.
As soon as you turn around, a person moves out, they go and get their shit.
My daughter takes us to the store. How she get to the store. My daughter takes us to the store.
No, right. And she just got another car, though.
And how long you been staying with this community?
Oh my God, oh Lord, it's been so
Between
long.
here and there, almost 40 years.
I was over here for at least 20-something years. And on case, I was over there at least 20-something years.
So that's over 40 years altogether, 40, 50 years.
For a long time.
She was there before
Altogether?
me.
And I remember when Seymour was up there, I used to walk up there to Seymour, you know. And I used to cash my check and stuff up there, you know, and shop, you know. And when Seymour was up, that was it. You know, we had to get us a car in order for us to get to the store.
And then Dave's came down here, but then they want them leaving. The only notice we got was something on the window. That's it. But hey, you know, who's gonna see that though? I mean, there was no warning or nothing. But just notice on the window. We're moving.
And look where they took it to.
And that's it.
Way up there.
Tell me about it.
Why y'all take games way up there? Now, come on. They even got the one up paying. Right. They didn't come on now. Y'all don't care about that. It is what it is out there. It's elderly. And look how all these kids.
They don't try to do nothing for us.
Because of what?
Nothing.
It's crazy.
Now, like I said, he kept a lot. I don't stay down here before, but I be down here. My sister stay down here. I have her go try to take where she need to go.
Right.
But it said the and everybody in this vicinity needs to learn how to.
And then the stuff we do got the Arab selling us bad meat. $14 for a steak and you better cook it that day.
Well, we all got to stick
together.
We got to stick together. Because there's too much crime going on down here.
Ain't that right, baby?
There's too much crime going down here right now.
Excuse me,
we got to
baby.
learn how to be
Ain't the dollar store the Arab selling bad meat? You better cook it that day.
Life is too short.
$14.
Life is too short.
They're not only selling bad meat, all they stuff over there is fire. How the hell you get
fire?
I go get a crushed, big tomato crushed pineapple pop. That stuff is fine and true. And they still got it sitting on the shelf.
That's why my son always say, Mom, you better check your dates. And he only 23 years
they
old.
know we are black people. We just desperate for somewhere to ship it. That's it.
If we get together, we can really shut them down for real.
So can.
Then what they're going to do?
That's the problem line. That's the problem.
Shut them down.
That's the problem.
They be doing a whole bunch of other stuff that they don't need to be doing. Don't put that on camera, but you know what I mean.
Stop.
We hate on each other.
We gotta stick together.
Ain't nobody better than me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right.
You got the same blood. Your blood bleeds the same blood I bleed.
Yes, ma'am.
You breathe the same air I breathe.
Don't miss cookies.
You know what I'm saying? We all human. It don't matter what you got.
Right.
We don't care about that.
Because you know what? That takes.
AJ.
It only takes 1 second for it to be done.
That's right.
Yep.
It only takes 1 second.
I'll be saying that all the time. Yep. The Lord give it and the Lord take it away.
Take it away.
And we got to believe in the Lord and have faith.
You can be here today and gone tomorrow.
AJ.
Believe in God.
Yes.
To give us the strength to pour together.
Trent,
You got to pour
that
together.
stuff on business.
You talking about man?
I believe in God, man.
You take a picture.
I believe in the Lord. You better teach these kids how to wake up and say thank you, God, for another day.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
That's the problem. We got to teach them.
We gotta teach them.
We got to teach them.
Yeah, that's why I said out there earlier when the kids was out there.
I know these turf wars been going on for a long, long time.
Yes.
You know, this turf war shit been going on for a long, hundreds and hundreds of years. This shit been going on. And it's not going to stop. Turf wars is not going to stop because it's been going on for so long. Way before we even was born.
It got worse.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It got worse when it got worse from the 1920s. When it started out with the motherfucking gang, the motherfucking, what you call them, teenagers and shit, all them motherfuckers.
You talking about the Ku Klux Klan?
Yeah, they started out with them motherfuckers in the 1920s. What they was,
KKK?
no,
Mafia, the mob.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It started before then, but it started coming out in the 1920s. After the 1920s, you started having these gang wars.
That's why the coronavirus has to kill us all.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
All I'm saying is, though it's a turf war, we having turf against the projects, but they still don't realize we don't own none of this. We don't own this. If CMHA want to come and put our ass out right now today, they can.
As you can see, the residents of the Central community were angry about not having a grocery store. The conversation was getting tensed. It seems like nobody cared about the Central community. So us as residents have to come together. We're losing too many to heart disease, diabetes, hypertension, and kidney failure due to the way we eat. But it's not our fault. Look at our options. Can we eat?
With crazy statistics like over 50% of the Central community make less than $10,000 a year, over 60% of the Central community don't own transportation.